About a year ago, I started thinking, man, I would love a dairy cow. Funny thought, I know. But I just love cows. I love milk. For that matter, I love just about everything that comes from a cow, whether it's cheese or beef or milk. And I would just love a cow. I'd love a house cow. Well, this got me thinking a lot about homesteading. And that quickly turned into a desire to have a homestead. But thanks to folks like people at Weed'em and Reap and Roots and Refuge, they kind of pointed me to say, use what you have now and do whatever you can. And I love that, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful for people like that who share their knowledge and their wisdom with newbies like me. And so I decided, with what little I have here, I was going to try and make myself a little homestead where I can. Obviously, I couldn't have a cow to give me beef, but then I started thinking about rabbits, and I had seen people posting about rabbits for meat. So I decided I would go out and get myself 2 Flemish breeding does. Now I've had these girls for about 4 months now, and hopefully in July or August, I will breed them for our first round of rabbits. So this is my first attempt at actually producing our own meat. Now, clearly it's a long-term investment because this process is in the end going to probably take me about 6 months to a year to actually get meat on the table. But right now, we are just loving on having rabbits. This is their rabbit hutch. The kids helped me make it. We painted it. We did a lot of artwork. That's actually my kids' drawing right there, Esther. And then she and I painted together, which was fun. So here are my 2 beautiful breeding does. Let's see if I can get a picture of them. They are getting so big. Hey girls. Hey girls, don't jump out. Hey beautiful girls. Hi beautiful girls. Because they're not desexed, they can be a little bit unpredictable if they are in heat in their cycle, but they seem to be really happy right now. I'm not very good about doing things in part. I tend to be pretty on or off, 100% investment, or I'm just not gonna do it. And the funny thing was, when we got my breeding does, I was actually in the process of getting laying hens. So right at the time when I was asking Andrew to make us a chicken pen for our hens, I said, hey, hang on a minute. I wanna do meat, let's do rabbits. So my sweet husband put his carpentry skills to work and made me a chicken coop as well. So right now we have 4 hens that are laying for us. Just in our yard, we use this awesome chicken tractor, which my husband and my kids built, and then my kids and I painted. I have 4 birds that are actually laying for me. First up is what we call ugly red. Then the black one. Then we have our useless chicken named Big Red. She's extremely friendly. Chook, 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 chook. This is our beautiful hens. We've got 2 full-bred hens there that are still pullets, so they're not laying yet. And then there's my pretty red. Chook, 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 chook. And then the white one. The white one's laying there as well. So we get 4 eggs a day, which is really not enough for our family, and we probably need to add about 4 more, but one step at a time. Inside our chicken tractor, we have their food and water, nesting boxes and perches. They never ever lay eggs there. It's really annoying, but they have them if they choose to. And they are happy. Our kids love them. It is such a pleasure. Our kids come out here every morning and do an Easter egg hunt. They absolutely love it. It's a lot of fun. Well, because I couldn't have a full-blown homestead, I did ask the question, how else can I produce organic, homegrown meat for my family? The next logical step was chickens. So sure enough, I ordered 26 Cornish cob chickens for us to put onto tractors in our yard and grow up. It takes 10 weeks. So now we have 25, sadly one died, 25 cob chickens. They are such fun. The kids are loving it. We got them when they were little chickies. They are such fun. They eat like crazy, they grow like crazy, and in only 10 weeks, we're going to be processing our very own homegrown chicken. Organic, soon to be free range. These ones are a little too small to put out because of predators. So they're staying in here for a little bit longer, and then we'll move them to be out during the day, which we're excited for. That'll be a lot of fun. Now, I've had birds before, and I'm not completely ignorant to husbandry. So this is a lot of fun, but the one thing I am pretty ignorant about is any type of gardens. I've always seen myself as a person with a black thumb, not a green thumb, but that needed to change. So in typical Eleanor fashion, I got out and I started planting. First, I planted broccoli and kale. I put in a little tomato plant. I was late in the season, but I thought, why not? I planted green beans running just along our fence line here, and I've been surprised to notice that people aren't eating our beans. They're not stealing them, so we are getting green beans. Come to find out, I love chilies. Now, we were again really late in the season for chilies, but we went ahead and planted this, and I have gotten about 15 chilies off here, and it makes me smile every time. We've used a couple of different styles for planting. Along here, I planted seeds of carrots in the ground, just in the front, and broccoli in the back, and a few extra beans behind the rose bush to grow up the house. This may not be the prettiest bed, but I have raised garden beds. I took a mixture of old boxes and big IKEA boxes, stuck them in the ground, and threw some soil in them and started planting. Things are growing, and I'm pretty excited about it. We have onions, silver beet, different root vegetables. It's pretty fun. Just goes to show a little bit of willingness to just give it a try, and you might just have success. For that matter, if I can grow these things, I really think anyone can. This garden is an example of my failure because I first planted carrots and it didn't work. Nothing grew. But if at first you fail, try again, right? So I did. And now look, I have 3 rows of beautiful carrots. I have my herbs. I have a few greens back there. I'm trying to grow some lettuce. We'll see if it works. I have my herbs over here as well with some green onions. And this is wanting to be a little lettuce plant. Lettuce is easy to grow, but for some reason it doesn't seem to like me very much. But we'll keep trying. This is my greenhouse. I'm using that term quite liberally here because really it's a table on my front porch. I seem to be able to get plants to sprout just fine. They don't always replant. But every time I put a seed in one of these little plants, I feel like I'm growing and I'm learning. And with every failure, I know that success is just around the corner if I keep trying. So maybe one day I'll have a greenhouse, but until then, this table on my front porch is working great. We live in a society with so much. We're so wealthy, and I'm grateful to God for everything I have. And that's why I want to live a life of gratitude, a life of just enjoying the day that God gave you today and not worrying about tomorrow. I want to find more and more ways to bring things back to the home. Home and hearth. When everything keeps drawing us away from the home, I keep asking the question, how can we come back home? How can we make our destination home? I'm hoping to post a video on something that Andrew and I came up with that we have found has really blessed our life. We call it our 5 principles of stopping and thinking, our stop and think rules. So hopefully in the near future, you can look out for that. And I'm hoping it might, even if you glean a few bits and bobs that you appreciate from it, it might bless your life because we know it's really blessed ours. Thanks for joining me on this tour of our little homestead. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.
You're being interviewed. Look at the camera. This is Pretty Red. She is our chicken who lays every day.
I know, every day, constantly.
She's our favorite one but she'll fly over the fence and go to her laying spot in the other yard. And now she's come back.
You'll keep me company. Keep me company. Yep. I've got a friend now.
Yes.
You're my friend.
That's Dad's favorite chicken. Other Red takes forever to lay an egg.
Still wanting.
Let's go over here and look at the baby ones. There. They're eating. Well, technically all sitting down. There.
Just leave the video on. Film her butt.
Her butt? I don't want to film her butt.
No, that's where the egg comes out.
I know, but she's turning around.
Leave it facing her butt.
I'll have to go all the way over there, and that's not going to be fun.
Trust me.
You're on your own leg.